Hey guys, welcome to AsherGad channel. Making Africa home again, one family at a time. Trust you're all doing well wherever you are on the four corners of this planet, making gradual steps to make your dreams become a reality in the lovely continent that is Africa. Thanks for joining us again. It's another 6 p.m. GMT on a Tuesday. Love to the love to our PayPal and Patreon families respectively. Thanks for your comments and the donations. It's much appreciated. We are still on this new electrical series. Today's video number 2. I talked about it in the video last week, and if you haven't watched the video last week, please click up here and watch the video from last week. This is a very, very important electrical series that we are currently delivering on AsherGad channel. Today's video is all about understanding ECG tariffs, okay? All about understanding ECG tariffs, okay? Now, I'm going to focus mainly on the electricity tariffs, but I'm going to talk about a particular document that is out there for public viewing, and that has electricity tariff, it has water tariff, and it also even has gas tariffs as well, okay? Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is that we've had a number of clients who have been moaning to me or asking for some advice as to, some of them have pretty much empty houses. As one example, a client has, he has a house that he's built. Pretty much, he just the lights that are on outside, okay, and he's got a deep freezer on, which is about not a massive, like a medium size, about 530 liter deep freezer, sort of medium size. Okay, and that's all. And even the external lights, they only come on in the evening. They only come on in the evening. They don't work during the day. And he tells me his bill. This is a 4-bedroom house, but as I said, only lights that come on in the evening, a deep freezer that is on all the time. Oh, and his CCTV system. Okay, his CCTV system. Okay, not too much, but he tells me he's paying, and he uses a prepaid meter, the one that you top up with the app, and it comes on. He's telling me that he's paying about 350 to 375 cedis a month. 350 to 375 cedis per month. And that's all. The house is empty. Yeah, because he's not been there for a while. So this is what prompted me to look at these tariffs. All right. So if you're in that situation, then please pay attention to this video. Let's carry on. So ECG tariffs. Now, there is a board or an organization called the PURC. PURC in Ghana is the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. Okay, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. And they published all the tariffs. They call it the Gazetted Electric, Water and Gas Tariffs. Okay, and I'm going to share the tariffs that have been effective from the 1st of September 2023. These tariffs are effective from the 1st of September 2023, so pretty much valid now. Okay. Now, note that electricity is becoming more and more expensive in Ghana. Okay, so if you can afford to come up with the capital to install a solar system, then that may be a good investment going forward. Because the electricity in Ghana has increased by, the tariffs have increased by about 75% in the last 12 months. The electricity tariffs in Ghana have increased by about 75% in the last 12 months. So if you have the capacity, the capital to install a solar system, then that would be a good investment going forward. And even with the solar system, you don't have to install it all day one. And I've talked about this before. Okay. If you haven't watched my videos on solar, please click up here to watch one of them. Okay, you don't have to install them all on day one. You can install the inverter on day one when you decide, okay, I want my entire home on solar. Or if that's too much for you from a cost point of view, okay, maybe I just want the essential items on solar, which we recommend. The essential items being, the lighting, because you need to see where you're going. The fridge and freezers, because you keep your food cold. These are the essential items. The ceiling fans, keep some air movement. These are the essential items to keep the solar in the system a bit manageable from a cost point of view. Okay, and so you can decide to put the inverter in and even put just some batteries in on day one, and then later on you can add the solar panels and etc, etc. You can break it down bit by bit for you. Anyway, I'll click up here to watch the video where I explained how to make your solar system cheaper previously. Just click up here and watch that one also. All right. Okay, so let's get back to the topic for the day: understanding ECG tariffs. Okay, so as I said, they've increased by about 75% in the last 12 months. There are various different tariffs depending on your usage, depending on your kilowatt hour usage. Okay, but in actual fact, before I get into the depth of how the tariffs work, let's just head on for a quick break and we'll be right back. Are you looking to build your dream home in Ghana? Or are you building already? Would you benefit from regular site visits to monitor your building and receive regular progress reports? Well, if that's the case, and that's you, look no further. AsherGad Consultancy at your service. We offer the following services: electrical design, construction monitoring inspections, site progress reports, consultation for all items MEP, witnessing of testing and commissioning, periodic snagging, vetting of specialist subcontractors. We also report site activities to you to hopefully help you spend your money efficiently and much, much more. Get in contact for your building needs. Details on the screen. AsherGad Consultancy, making Africa home again, one family at a time. Welcome back. Back to the ECG tariffs. I'm just looking at their website as I speak to you, so I don't get the figures wrong. So there is something called a standing charge. Okay, there is a standing charge which you pay irrespective. So you've got your standing charge, and then you've got the tariff for based on your consumption. Okay, now for residential, the standing charge is, let me see, 10 cedis and 73 pesos. Okay, 10 cedis and 73 pesos per month. That is the standing charge. Okay, but that is the standing charge for residential customers. Note, it's the standing charge for residential customers who consume more than or at least 31 kilowatt hours in a month. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. The standing ECG charge for residential customers who consume at least 31 kilowatt hours in a month is 10 cedis and 73 pesos. So that means if you consume more than 31 kilowatt hours in a month, you will always pay the fixed 10 cedis and 73 pesos per month as a standing charge. Then on top of that comes your consumption. Hope that is clear. Okay, if you are what they call an LPC, a low power consumer, that means a low power consumer is one who consumes less than 30 kilowatt hours per month. So if you're consuming 30 kilowatt hours per month or less, then your standing charge, your standing residential charge is 2 cedis and 13 pesos per month. Okay, 2 cedis and 13 pesos per month would be your standard charge, plus the your consumption on top of that. So now, hope that was clear. So now let me just break it down a bit more. How do they charge you for the actual consumption? You've understood the standing charge, now the consumption. The consumption is broken down into 4 different categories depending on how much electricity you use. If you are LPC, which is a low power customer, meaning you use anything between 0 and 30 kilowatt per hour, between 0 and 30 kilowatt hours of electricity in a month, you are a low power consumer. Okay, and with that, your tariff will be 0.64 Ghana cedis per kilowatt hour. Sorry, 0.64 Ghana cedis per kilowatt hour. Okay, for the first 30 kilowatt hours of consumption, the rate is 0.64 Ghana cedis per kilowatt hour. Okay, now if you are a medium power consumer is anybody who uses per month between 30 and 300 kilowatt hours. between 30 and 300 kilowatt hours. Okay, now if you are a medium power consumer, between 30 and 300 kilowatt hours, your rate will be 1 cedi and 42 pesos per kilowatt hour. Okay, 1 cedi and 42 pesos per kilowatt hour. The third tier is called, I'll put this all on your screen. The third tier is called the high power consumer. The high power consumer is the person or the house that consumes between 300 and 600 kilowatt hours in a month. And your tariff for your consumption between 300 and 600 kilowatt hours per month is 1 cedi and 85 pesos per kilowatt hour. Okay, 1 cedi and 85 pesos per kilowatt hour. Then you have the final bracket. Okay, the final bracket is what they call the super power consumers. Yeah, the super power consumers. That is a residential home where you are consuming more than 600 kilowatt hours in a month. If you are consuming more than 600 kilowatt hours in a month, okay, in fact, between 600 and 10,000 kilowatt hours in a month, okay, if you are consuming between 600 and 10,000 kilowatt hours in a month, your rate is 2 cedis and 6 pesos per kilowatt hour. 2 cedis and 6 pesos per kilowatt hour. So the calculation is probably, your standing charge. Okay, I talked about standing charge earlier on. Your standing charge, and then you would work out for your consumption. You'd work out the rate in each of those brackets. Okay, before you get your total. Okay. However, there's a bit more to it, and I'm going to share this. What you're seeing on your screen is directly from the ECG website. Okay, and you have to realize that your electricity tariffs also have some other factors to it. Okay, so I'm reading this directly from the ECG website. Okay, your electricity tariffs are calculated using a simple progressive formula. You've got your energy charge, okay, and that energy charge would be what I've talked about already, your standing charge plus your consumption. Okay, depending on where you are in the consumption, the relevant rate to be applied. Okay, so you've got your energy charge plus then a charge for the street lighting around you. Okay, yeah, plus the charge for the street lighting around you. Now, if you haven't got street lighting around you, maybe you can take that up with ECG. I'm not sure how that will work. But anyway, there's a charge for the street lighting around you. Then there's a charge for the National Electric Levy. Okay, there is a National Electric Levy. There's a rate and a charge for that as well. Plus a service charge. Okay, plus a service charge. Okay, once all that is added up, okay, then there's also something called a refund, a total refund. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm reading directly from the ECG website. There's a total refund. So once you add all those charges minus the refund, then you get your net charge. Then you get your net total charge, and then the net total charge is what you're going to pay. That will be your payment in cedis, whether you're using a prepaid meter or a postpaid meter. Okay, I hope that was useful. I know it's probably not that straightforward, but if you're somebody who's good with numbers and you can look at your meter consumption, and these days the app has improved. The app has improved. You can see how much you're using in kilowatt hours in the last month. You can see how much you spend. You can see how much is on the meter. So the app has improved. So I've got to give them that, and that can help you to see if you're being charged correctly. Okay, you can even do the calculations yourself, to be honest with you. Now, if you are still concerned, if you're still have questions, or you think that the electricity is still, the meter is still reading too many kilowatt hours, too high, what you can do is find some sort of data logger. There's something we can put over the cables from the meter that can measure the consumption that you're using, and you can compare those kilowatt hour consumptions. You can compare them to what the meter is reading, and then go from there. Okay, and then go from there. That would help. If you still have question marks surrounding these rates, if you look at these rates that I've given you, and if you do your calculations for how much you're being charged and doesn't tally up, let's say, then what I'd suggest before contacting ECG is maybe put on a data logger for about 1 or 2 weeks to monitor your actual consumption in your home, compare it to the meter, what the meter is recording, and then you can know whether it all stacks up or not, as the case may be. All right. Remember that the document I talked about earlier, the PURC, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, publishes rates on not just electricity, on water, and also on gas. Okay, I'll put an image on your screen, and also on gas as well. Okay, so there you have it. All right, those are the electricity rates from ECG. That's the ECG tariff, standing charge. One thing I forgot to mention also, I talked about the standing charge. Okay, let me go over that again. So I just forgotten something. So the standing charge is the charge you pay irrespective of your consumption. It means that even if you're not using electricity, you always pay the standing charge. For residential users, the standing charge is 10 cedis and 73 pesos per month if your consumption is between 0 and 30 kilowatt hours. Okay, sorry, I said again. The standing charge for residential, is 2 cedis and 13 pesos per month. 2 cedis and 13 pesos per month is the standing charge for residential homes if your consumption is between 0 and 30 kilowatt hours for the month. If your consumption as a residential user is over 30 kilowatt hours per month, then your standing charge will be 10 cedis and 73 pesos per month. Hopefully that's understood. For a non-residential user, it's a bit higher. And you can check this out for yourself. I think from what I've seen, it's about 12 cedis and 43 pesos per month for non-residential users, probably companies and etc. etc. All right. So that's pretty much it. Hope that was useful. It was interesting to see that we're paying for the lights around us, which is good. Some people don't have lights around them. So if you don't have lights around and you're paying, well, maybe you can raise a complaint. No idea how that works. But it's just good to know how the tariff is calculated. Obviously, it's getting more and more expensive. 75% increase over the past 12 months. If you can afford solar, then start thinking about how you can implement that, step by step, and then go from there. So hope that was useful to you guys. Hope that was useful. Any questions, you can get in contact with AsherGad Consultancy on the number in the advert as you saw earlier. Yeah. See you on another Tuesday, 6 p.m. GMT. Hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button so you always be aware when AsherGad upload a new and educational video for your viewing pleasure. All right? So from Gad, it's Kemesia. And from me, guys, Yebeshia. See you next time.